everyone, my name is Marie George. I'm the product specialist and technical dispatcher for RapidFire by FreeMyIT. In this tutorial, I'm going to be discussing how to handle duplicate tickets. We'll be going over a couple things about duplicate ticket handling, such as why is duplicate awareness important, and how can you tell if there's a duplicate ticket. Also, how does RapidFire handle these duplicate tickets, as well as going over how you as a technician can actually go through and close out duplicate tickets yourself within the RapidFire system. Why exactly is duplicate awareness so important? Well, basically, to begin with, I think the ultimate reason why it's so important to notice a duplicate ticket and eliminate it quickly is just because of the sheer fact that it wastes a ton of time. I know that every help desk has this problem where you might get your server alerts and several of them will come in, for example, maybe a slow page retrieval, and you've got them set up to keep warning you, and you already are aware that there's an internet outage, somebody's on the issue, something along those lines, but you've gotten maybe, let's say, 10 alerts coming back from the server saying, hey, there's been this page retrieval and we're not pinging correctly or whatever, and you're getting these alerts coming in. Somebody has to take the time out to actually go through each one of those tickets and close them out. You can't just leave them all open, and of course you don't want to sit there and write notes in every single one of them stating, hey, this problem's already been resolved within this ticket. So RapidFire has designed a system where if you spot a duplicate ticket, you'll be able to condense them down to one ticket. So let's say that it was something along the lines of an internet outage issue and you had to call the site, then you had to call the ISP, get it back up. Well, that's time that's being worked by a technician, and they can log all of that within one ticket and then have that ticket actually reference every single duplicate ticket that came in on that same exact issue, so you can kind of keep track of what's going on. Another reason why it's just so important is the fact that maybe two technicians start working on the same exact issue, not realizing that the other one is handling it. So for example, let's go back to that whole internet down issue. Let's say that, so-and-so saw the ticket come through, they're already calling the ISP, but so-and-so saw a different alert come in after it had already been grabbed by another technician, and then they start working it as well, getting on the line with the ISP. Now you've got two technicians off the desk working on the same exact issue, waiting to get information from an ISP. So you're trying to delete that kind of dual effort. And also just the fact that the client could be potentially charged for these duplicate efforts. I mean, and who's correct? I mean, obviously, we've got two people who've been working on the issue, but you really probably didn't need two people working on the issue to begin with. So if you were able to catch those duplicate tickets and reference them properly, you could avoid it altogether and just be much more efficient. So how can you tell if there's actually a duplicate ticket in the system? Now, a lot of people have asked me these questions on the webinar and things like that, and this is where this little box comes in down here, this other tickets by box. So we have built in the ability in RapidFire where we click on a ticket, and anything that has been created by that customer or by that account that's still open will show up in this box down here. For example, I actually created kind of a test ticket in here, this little Westport ticket by Karen Goffney. Basically, let's click on the first one. So we got two in here, right? You notice how one says it's a reply, and you got this one right here. So they need like a login, okay? Karen has another ticket that's open. Notice how it has this down here on this left-hand side, and it has the title as reply and the same exact title. So how many times have you had it where a client has actually emailed in a ticket and then turned around and replied to that email, causing another ticket to pop up in the system? So that happens fairly often, and we can just catch that real quick by noticing that they have two tickets open in the system currently. So basically what we did was we built in this system where you can double click on it and actually view the ticket. So she's just saying, hey, I was wondering if somebody was going to be giving me a call, right? We don't need to have two tickets open on that issue. We just need them condensed. We need to be aware that she's asked for a follow-up. We need to add it in there. So what we do is we can go down here. We use our two-click process. We just right-click on here, and we click this, reference this ticket, and close. Now this can get a little bit confusing. So basically, whatever's over here in this main view, on the right-hand side, the main view pane, is the ticket that is going to stay open. This is the original ticket. This is the ticket that you want all of the work to be kept track in and everything else, and the billable time and everything. That's going to be on the right hand side. The duplicate is over here on the left. So when you right click this and click reference this ticket and close, this duplicate ticket on the left hand side is going to be the one that is closed out. The status will switch over to complete, and a note, a reference note, will be actually placed into both tickets stating that this one was a duplicate. So you're going to get the ticket history down here added in from this duplicate ticket. It's going to say duplicate ticket reference, still give the ticket number, drop the notes in, and you're done. Well, now here's where the other thing comes in. Let's say that we happen to click on this ticket, the actual duplicate one. And this is what's in our main pane. And we're like, oh man, that's a duplicate, I know it, but where's the original ticket? If you notice down here on the left hand side, you're like, oh, well, it's over there. But you don't want to close that one out because that's your main ticket. That's where all your work's in, that's where all your time's in. So what you do is, you right click on it, and you switch focus to this ticket. So essentially, we're going to click on this. It's going to ask us just to make sure that, we don't lose any submitted updates or anything. We're aware we haven't made any changes. We click OK, and boom. Now we have switched focus over to that ticket, so we are back again to our main ticket that we need to work our time in, have our notes in. It's back on the right hand side, and come back over to the left hand side, reference the duplicate ticket, and close it out. So I created those two tickets just to kind of show you guys how to handle the duplicate tickets, but now I want to show you what happens when you actually click the reference button. So we've got our main ticket over here on the right, and I'm going to go ahead and close this one out. Reference this ticket and close. Close the selected tickets and reference this one. Yes, you want to do that. Hit OK. Give it a second. I guess I didn't click it. Oh, or maybe it was my computer. There it goes. Okay. And now what has happened is that you'll notice that the note down here got populated into the main ticket. It says duplicate tickets closed, and it gives us the ticket number right there. That references back to the duplicate. You got to give it a little bit of a time. This is actually going to end up clearing out of this box, just because now it is in the completed status. So when RapidFire refreshes, it's no longer going to open up down there, because we only want to reference. We only want to show other tickets by that are still currently open. For those of you who are wondering, well, how do I find duplicate tickets by the same company, for example, not just by the same user? Well, let's click on this one right here, another Cartech123. It looks like he has no tickets open currently, no duplicate tickets open. But what we're going to do is, I'm going to come down here, we're going to check mark this box, this show same account tickets. Okay? Now we've got tons of tickets that are open. These are all the currently open tickets by Cartech123. So basically what ends up happening is that you can sort through that whole entire list, and you'll notice that sometimes you'll get things that are like replies or forwarded tickets or things along those lines, server notifications, things like that. And that way you can go in here and actually find several duplicates and close them out as well. So in this tutorial we learned a couple things. We learned that duplicates can waste precious time, and that RapidFire relieves the burden of manual cross-referencing of duplicates. So you don't have to go in there and put the notes in yourself and then switch it over to completed status and say this is a duplicate, reference the main ticket. We don't have to do that. It cuts out all of that middleman work, and it just literally, with 2 clicks, you're boom, done. Got it referenced. Duplicate tickets are annoyances to clients. Especially if a client turns around and they want to get a report. Let's say that they're having an inquiry or some kind of thing, and they're just kind of like, hey, I don't think that I should have been billed this much, or things like that happen all the time where clients are curious as to what went on, what work was done within a ticket. You don't want to sit there and hand them tons of reports. Well, some of the notes are in here and some of the time entries are in here, and this really keeps it in like a smooth workflow. So basically when you give it to them, it's going to be like All the time entries, all the notes are going to be within one ticket, referencing the duplicates. They don't even need to worry about the duplicates, and it's just presented to them a lot cleaner so that they can figure out what happened within one ticket. And as well as your help desk technicians, they don't want to open up a ticket and be constantly trying to open up other duplicates and figuring out what tech has done what work. Everything is there in just a clean pattern. Also, how to spot some duplicates and complete the 2-click process to close them out, as well as how to bring the tickets into your main view in order to properly ensure the correct ticket is being closed and referenced. Like I showed you before, in case you happen to click on the actual duplicate one, you can turn around and switch the focus over to the main one, then use the 2-click process to actually clean up the duplicates. RapidFire is a free MyIT product. If you are interested in RapidFire and other free MyIT products, please visit our website at www.freemyit.com. If you'd like to register, please go to the website, click on Login, then create an account. Getting support from us is easy. Just email us at support@freemyit.com. Thank you for watching the tutorial.